Fashion Insider friends, what is up? This is the Fashion Crimes podcast where I cover all things fashion, style, shopping, style inspiration, and interview incredible small business owners who are changing the fashion industry for the better. Yes, I'm the best friend you never knew you needed and the poster child for fashion over 40, and I mean way after 40. Say it with me, fashion and style are your friends, not your enemies. I'm Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, and let's keep it real, the only Holly you need to know. Turn it up, because I got a lot to say, and I am super stoked you're here. Fashion besties, OMG. So happy you're here. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, being fabulous, to hang out with me for just a few. I'm sure you've already heard, let's be honest, I have written a book and it's out on Amazon. Oh yeah, it's out. It's out there. It's in the universe, hanging out there, waiting for you to buy several copies as you are now a style expert. We've sold several copies thus far, and I am number one on Amazon under the fashion category. I mean, how fabulous is that? I mean, I've totally written my acceptance speech already for when I win the Nobel Peace Prize for style and fashion. That's a new category that they've created just for my book. Just FYI. I'm so grateful beyond grateful to everyone who has bought a copy thus far. And I just want to say, if you have some friends that aren't as fashionably fortunate as you, please buy them a copy, okay? I mean, it's not a secret. They know, and you know. I've been going around saying, okay, that's great. You bought a copy. Loving that journey for you. But don't you have any ugly friends you can give one to? If you do, please do so. I would be so happy and grateful. Not to mention, it is your responsibility as a loyal listener and fashion bestie that you have to fashion police those around you. Okay. Even if you don't do it, I know you're thinking it, which I know you are. It's okay. Don't feel bad. I think it every day. This book could be their first step. And it would be all because of you. I'm just saying. That, my friends, is what is called good fashion karma. It all starts with you. This quick style guide not only keeps you on track with your wardrobe, but it also educates and explains in full detail common fashion mistakes that people make that I see the most. There's a lot of mistakes out there, but these are the top. If you're not aware of these mistakes, it really can hold you back, meaning your style and your image can hold you back if you are unaware of making these fashion mistakes. Not going to happen on my watch. Don't you worry. We're not going to do that because what we're going to do is we're going to sit down in the driver's seat and take control of our style and our wardrobe and make our clothes work for us. That's what we're going to do. That's what they're for. That's what they're going to do. So I'm glad that's settled. Anyway, if you have a sister-in-law, cousin, mother, grandma, your neighbor, your babysitter, your cousin 3 times removed, I don't care. Buy a copy for them and gift it to them. We are improving the world's style one person at a time, and you're going to be a part of that process because you're going to help me tell everyone that they need to buy this book. And then you will be handsomely rewarded with your style perfection and unstoppable positive energy. We're going to have a few contests coming up, so please stay tuned for that regarding the book and so forth. If you or someone you know is struggling with their style, there's usually 2 things that are happening here, okay? Number 1, issues of time and money. Don't have enough time to worry about it or to try to rectify it. Or number 2, they think good style is equivalent to a large budget. These 2 things right here, my friends, are common misconceptions that people have that initially keep them in their style comfort zone. With that being said, this is why I wrote this book, to explain to people that are strapped for time and money to understand that there's more to great style than just your clothing. I'm going to say that again. There's more to great style than just your clothes. If I line up 100 women, the first 20, they got it. They understand. They evolve their style. They might even enjoy shopping. They're that go-to friend that people usually ask for help when it comes to clothing and shopping. The last 20% of these 100 women, they'll never change. They're not going to spend money on clothes. They're never going to change their hair. They won't wear makeup. They're always going to look the same. We all know people like that. They just opt out. That middle 60%, that middle group, they absolutely know how to put an outfit together, and they do enough to get by, but they despise shopping. There's only one reason why, and then that's because they don't know what they're looking for. People are often intimidated by a department store because it's too overwhelming. Then maybe they order online with some luck. Yeah, okay, but then they send everything else back. Then the cycle continues. You really never get around to figure out what you need, and you keep getting a thing or two on sale to keep your spirits up, and then you're getting a new job. You're going to a wedding. You're going to several weddings. You're moving. Your kid's getting married. Your nephew's getting married. You're turning 50. You're getting divorced. You had a baby late in life. Then all of a sudden, you're totally overwhelmed. You don't know what to do, and you feel totally screwed. Sound familiar? We've all been there. I have a little mantra that I like to say. If you keep up, then you can show up. If you keep up with your wardrobe, then you can show up for anything. It doesn't matter what anybody throws at you. If somebody invites you to an underwater basket weaving party, great. You got something to wear for that. The first thing you do need to know is that you have to show up, evaluate, and decide the who, what, when, where, and why of you. Who are you? Where are you in your life today? What do you need? What life phase are you in? What do you want? And what do you like? As these are really not that easy of questions to answer, I will tell you this. If you can't answer some of the above, then you are in need of a fashion refresh. If you go around saying to yourself, well, no one's ever told me I look bad, it's just not an accurate assessment of if your clothes are actually helping you or hurting you. For example, chapter 1 of the book, are you dressing too old or too young? Very, very common problem that people have is that when they get out of college or grad school, the budget is tight or kind of non-existent. If you're wearing college clothing to work, you might be dressing too young. Not always, but you might be. If you wear themed or character clothing, I had a client just last week, and it was a man. I don't take lots of men shopping, but I do. And I had a man client last week. He was super into comic books and anime. We're going through his shirts, and I'm like, dude, this shit is not sexy. Okay, he was single. He was actually divorced. It's not sexy. I'm just saying. Sure, you can have a hobby. You can express your love for a television show or a character, but there's just a time and a place for that. The same way you might wear a football jersey or a sports shirt, that's great on game day, but not really any other time. If you have clothes from 20 years ago that you're still wearing because you're the same size and they still fit you, then you're probably most likely dressing too young. Just saying. In fact, I know you are. You don't have to let it all hang out or dress like overly sexy to be dressing too young. If you are in denial about your body type, you might be dressing too young. And this can certainly go both ways, meaning if you are in rebel mode, which I've seen this time and time again, for example, you might say, you know what, this is how I always have dressed. I do have some nicer clothes. I just never wear them. We don't do anything fancy. We don't go anywhere nice. I know what fits me already. I have the same shirt in 12 colors, same jeans in 3 colors. I have feet problems. I can only wear these types of shoes, but I've dyed my hair blue for years. P.S. I know someone like this and it fucking kills me. It just kills me. All this fits under dressing too old or too young category, meaning you are stuck in a style rut. And look, if you're happy, if you come to me and you say, I am happy with the way I dress, then this doesn't apply to you. But most people are not happy, and most people don't know that there is room for change. Dressing too old is so much more common than I ever imagined in my worst fucking nightmare. Okay. You think dressing too young is bad? Try working with people or seeing people that dress too old. Like, I had no idea it was this bad. First off, I have some clients in their 70s and I tell them, and I mean their mid to late 70s, I tell them that they're dressing too old. Always, because they are. They got some fucking old lady pants, elastic waist capri cargos that come halfway up your shin, some old lady t-shirt that's way too big and long because they think they need to cover their butt, and some fucking old lady ratchet purse. Okay, girl, no. I even said that to my last client, who was actually one of my besties. It was her mom. That was the second time I'd taken her shopping. And I looked her in the face and I said, honey, you're just dressing too old and you're not that old. Here's how not to do that. And she was like, oh, great. I didn't know that was an option. I didn't think about that. Now she knows and she looks great. When you hit a certain age, I understand that you might think that covering your body more or not showing your arms, blah, fucking blah, blah, blah. That is what you're supposed to do, but you're not. I just don't know have any idea why people buy into this. This is a myth that people think because of they are a certain age, they can't do this and they can't do that. Maybe they don't want any attention on them and their fucking self-esteem is in the toilet. Okay. Maybe they didn't realize how bad their style was until they see something better. You know what? And that's okay. It's okay that you might not be sure, or you just don't know what to look for. You don't know how much you should be spending or not spending. It's okay. Most people in this world have not been taught how to dress correctly or evolve their style with their age. Most people, and if you don't make it a priority, now it doesn't have to be your top priority, but it should be somewhere on the list, okay? Then your kids will grow up and they don't know how to dress themselves, or they're just guessing, or they're just trying to fit in with their friends, and it doesn't always work, okay? And this, my friends, this is how the cycle of bad fashion continues in the world, and it's my life's work to put a stop to it, or at least reduce it. Look, I'm here to tell you it's never, ever, ever too late to start. And I mean, never too late. I don't care if you're 80. I don't care if you're 95. Dressing well with intention can and will make you look and feel younger. That's what clothes can do for you. And that's what they should be doing for you. That's how your wardrobe and your clothing should serve you. You're not supposed to just be a robot and exist, as I have said before. Not every day is a home run. I get it. I don't expect you to be a supermodel or a beauty queen and do your hair and makeup and be dressed every day. But when you're going out into the world, dressing with intention is key, regardless of your age and / or if you're on a tight budget or whatever you think your story is. Sometimes people, they do the work to change their style with success, and then they look at their spouse and see that they need to change as well. Great style starts from within. Have you ever heard sexiness starts from within? Great style starts from within. Aligning your intentions and goals with the message that you want to send to the world, you can energetically align yourself to create a more functioning wardrobe. Once you do that, I'm telling you, it starts oozing out of you and leaking to others. Just ask some of my OGs and some of the monsters I've created. It always starts with your spouse, maybe your kids or your peers. I've styled entire families before, and maybe the people that you work with. That's why you, my friend, my fashion bestie, you are the key. It starts with you. You have the potential to dress as fabulous as you want. You just have to envision it and understand what you need to get started and then keep it up. Some people start and then they fall off the wagon. I've seen that before too. This book is going to guide you through the first steps. Then you're fucking unstoppable. I've seen it. The monsters I've created, you wouldn't believe the shit they've accomplished and done just from getting their wardrobe on point. You don't have any excuse in my book, Fashion Besties, no pun intended, because I expect style excellence from you. I expect you to get up and show up for you. If you're bogged down with time, money, stress, kids, or your kids aren't getting the idea of how to put an outfit together or how to dress, it starts with you. It does, because when you look put together, they're going to want to be put together. It's a subliminal message, I promise you. If you just go through the motions every day with your wardrobe, or if you are in the fitness industry, or if you wear scrubs to work or a uniform, if you don't know how to dress when you're not at work, that's where you run the risk. Wearing your uniform is just as important as what you wear when you're not working. If you want your kids to reflect your good style, you have to be the shining star, the example. Way easier said than done. I know I got a lot of balls telling you how to dress because you're busy. It's way easier said than done, but it can be done. And once you start, you can't go back. I've never cleaned out somebody's closet and taken all the stuff and then have them say, yeah, I want my old stuff back. Doesn't work like that. If you want your kids to do better than you, which I know you do, you want them to have more than you, better experiences, better life than you. You want them to be able to show up in life and represent who they truly are and wear clothes that will benefit them and open doors for them. If you have body issues and you're walking around your house with body issues, okay, but your kids see that and they reflect that. Do you want your kids to feel about their body the way that you feel about your body? No, you don't. You don't ever want to put that drama on them. You want them to be empowered. Society is superficial, whether you like it or not, or whether you believe it or not. Everyone's got to wear clothes, okay? It's everybody, universal in the world, billions of people. You have to wear clothes. What you do with it is up to you. Style is subjective. You got to figure out and find out what you like. Some people have to look harder than others. Some people, it comes super easy and natural. You start by understanding your body type, of course, and recognizing the fashion mistakes that you just might be making. And P.S., I don't want y'all to think for 1 second that I don't make fashion mistakes, okay? I do. Believe me. Just look at some pictures of me from 15, 20 years ago. However, just know this. You've got me in your back pocket. I mean, that's a given. Duh. That's why I encourage you to ask me, email me, DM me. I respond to every person because I want you to feel seen and I want you to feel heard. This is a safe space. I also want you to know it's okay if you're not sure or don't know or feel like it's embarrassing to admit what you don't know about. If you know some, great, perfect. That's a great opportunity for you to learn more. Once you start getting compliments about how you look, and you will, if you haven't already, believe me, then you know you're doing something right. If you already look good, great. You can look better. I think I look good. I think I dress well. I want to look better. I want to dress even better. I'm never done. It's just like exercise. You don't work out for a week and then you're done. It is a lifestyle change. I'm so stoked for this. And I really, honestly, I cannot wait to hear what you think about the book. I've gotten great feedback so far. I'm really interested to hear what you think. I would love your feedback as always. And I would certainly love for you to leave a review on Amazon for me. Also, newsflash, I'm in the top 10 for the People's Choice Podcast Award in the arts category. Make sure you read the show notes so you can vote and push all those other bitches off the cliff. Okay? Oops. Was that my outside voice? Thank you for everything. And especially my cousin Nancy, my niece Avery, my bestie Paula, Allison, and Julie Lamb of Julie Lamb New York Jewelry, supermodel Emmy, my sisters Sherry and Marcy, Tracy, Nadia, Caroline, my sister-in-law, my best friend of 37 years, Jenny Fitzstart, and the queen of podcasting herself, of She Podcast, who initiated the idea for me to start this podcast because she called me one day and told me I was loud and bossy and I needed to start a podcast. And I did. Jessica, thank you for buying the book and leaving a review. My interior designer, Janet, love you. My workout group, Missy and Melody. My trainer, my ride or die, Victor. He bought a copy. My editor, John. Thank you. He bought a copy for his daughter. I love you more than you know. And the list goes on and on and on. Those are the shout outs this week. Thank you for taking time to support me in this effort. And I will continue to do this work for you because let's be honest, we, not me, we are stopping bad fashion in the world, one person at a time. And we're just getting started. Please sign up for our newsletter. If you haven't already, let me know. Or I would love for you to at least follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and send me right on over to someone who you think needs fashion help. That's what I'm here for. Let me know what I can do for you, or send me an email, a DM. Let me know what you need to hear. I have Cheryl in the pipeline who's asking me about petite style. I have another client who's actually petite. It's so weird. And I bought something for someone else who was a size 2. I have these 3 women now who are very tiny. So I am researching petite clothing. So that episode is coming up. I'm sorry. I don't have that problem, but I'm here for it. Okay. Thank you so much for listening and taking time out of your day to hang with me. Have a fabulous, fashionable week. I am your favorite personal stylist. And as always, the only Holly you need to know. Lock me in. See you next week. Bye.